I'm Brandon 007, again with some basic techniques. Um, I'm just explaining your guard. With what you want to do in your guard, there's two types of guards. Two. There's a starting guard um, and a closing in guard. Which is the closing in guard is also your defense guard. So there's the starting guard, and there's also the closing in or defense guard. I like to say defense guard because it's a lot faster than saying closing in, obviously. So we'll begin by just going with the first starting guard. Just kind of like, with your hands open, you're walking in on your opponent with your knees bent, one hand up, one hand down, or you kind of waving your hands around, kind of trying to, see what your opponent's doing, trying to confuse your opponent a little bit, trying to see what he's gonna do, trying to test your opponent, and then finally we have the defense guard. It's called closing in guard too because you're closing in and you're defending, with this guard. Usually a lot of boxers and kickboxers use this to close in on their opponent, to swarm in. Usually a lot of bobbing and weaving helps with this, so you don't get, so you're good on all positions. So, because it doesn't protect your whole body. It's also called the peekaboo guard because you're peeking, through a little hole in through the guard. But you don't want to really stay chest to chest. You don't want to stay square. So what I like to do is I like to bend my knees and sort of turn my body to the side a little bit and just close in, and weave. My knees lightly bent, circle around, a lot of people on the street do this with their elbows tucked. That's not that good. You want your elbows in tight like this, so, with a good, it feels uncomfortable at first, really uncomfortable, but once you get adjusted to it, you'll find yourself more used to it as time goes by. So, from a farther distance, coming in, just blocking, you block like this. You block with your elbows and your arms. So, and you block by turning your body also. You don't block like this. I mean, a lot of martial artists block like this, but that opens up a big gap in your body for people to strike and so if someone throws a fake and you put your hand down to block and your hand's not up there, of course you can use your defense hand to do that, but it's much safer just to keep doing this and stuff. I mean, it'll wear you out some, but that's what doing it over and over and over and practicing more endurance, is for. So I just keep practicing bobbing and weaving at home. Just do a lot of cardio and you'll get the endurance. Sweat it out. So that'll be good for that. So those are the two guards. The defense guard and the starting guard. Again, the starting guard is just kind of like a wrestler's guard. You know, you have your knees bent kind of like this, and you have your hands open kind of like this. Or another type of starting guard is kind of like a Jeet Kune Do guard, you know, where you're dancing around. It's kind of like a freestyle boxer's guard, where that was adapted into Jeet Kune Do. A few boxers like Muhammad Ali used it. Bruce Lee used it, but he wasn't a boxer. He again, Jeet Kune Do. So you want to use it in a lot of cardio. And then come in with a kick or two to the legs, so it'll get your opponents messed up. I'm Brandon Bauman, Brandon Baum 007. I'm out.